But what I find quite fascinating here, my gorgeous Cancer, is the fact that, it's to do with some kind of problem and difficulties that you've dealt with for such a long time. But you didn't even realize how much this actually affected you. You see, when it comes to numerology, your number is number 22. This is a very powerful number when it comes to the month of November 2023, indeed. And it means that you are basically going to realize, first of all, how much was some kind of problem affecting you. This specific problem is going to be quite obvious on the 12th of November 2023. On the 12th of November, you are gonna become aware of exactly which problem I'm talking about, because that particular problem is going to kind of slide slowly by surely, or it's going to elevate itself on the next level, because you are going to hear the specific news and the specific information, which is going to kind of make you feel really happy, really good, and you're going to become quite excited. But then at the same time, you're going to be like, oh God, no, I can't do it because of this, blah, blah, blah. And then you're going to realize that particular problem, that I'm talking about. And what's absolutely brilliant as well, that this realization which you are going to have about this particular opportunity, so it's all about this opportunity which is going to open you up so beautifully. This opportunity, it's a lot to do with your soul purpose. This opportunity is a lot to do with what you always wanted, what you wanted for a long time. And on one hand, you're not even going to you're not even going to believe which kind of opportunity you actually have. This is how good this is actually going to be, my gorgeous Cancerini. And this is why you're gonna open yourself up spiritually to the point where that particular problem and issue and some kind of a burden that you've had for a while, almost like as if you kind of got used to that burden, because that was with you for quite a while now. So you will just realize, that you are having absolutely enough of this. And this is brilliant. Intuitively, you are gonna be driven so much to work on that specific problem. But the problem is that when it comes to that, do you see what I mean? You're not going to be able to go for that particular opportunity that made you feel so good, baby, that made you feel so happy, that, that particular opportunity re-energized you like there is no tomorrow, seriously. And this is why you're not going to be kind of able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. And this is going to be that beautiful essence within you, which is going to be driving you forward. And you're going to find yourself at such a powerful destination when it comes to your life. So this is going to be on the 12th of the actual November 2023, where you're going to become aware of that amazing opportunity, but at the same time, it's going to be that burden, that problem, it's going to be highlighted. And this is brilliant, because this is going to start you off like this. You're not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. You must not allow this problem, this kind of burden to stop you doing from what you want to do. You need to keep moving forward in your life, my gorgeous Cancerini. This is ever so important. So by the time you get to the actual 17th and the 17th, 18th and the 19th of November, this is when you are gonna have absolutely enough, because by then you will be thinking about it persistently, okay? And by the time you get to these days, what is actually going to happen? You are going to have this information, which is really going to provide you with like kind of what you need to do. When you become aware of this information, you will know exactly that you need to do something that you don't want to do, but it's to do with that problem. Almost as if, but you must do this, okay? So you're going to find out that you're going to need to do something that that you don't want to do. And this in itself, it's you kind of maybe being like a part of some kind of competition, but also it's involving certain people that you don't want to reconnect or connect with. But this is so important for you to go for it, because you know this was like really pretty much so subconsciously like a really kind of like affecting you in such a way where you had like a lack of direction. If you look at yourself like let's say like about 3 or 4 years ago, it was different. There was so much on your mind, there were like so many ideas, there was so much that you wanted to do, and you were really driven. You were like so driven to do things, and this kind of really kind of calmed down. Did come down within the last few years, okay? So now you are about to come on top of this, and this is brilliant. So this is why I'm saying that few days later, after the 12th of the actual November 2023, a few days later, you are going to become aware of this information, which is most certainly going to really kind of make you aware of the fact that you need to do something that you don't want to do it. And first of all, you're going to be like, oh, for goodness sake. And then you're just going to be like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. Because somehow you will realize, without me saying, that this was causing a lack of direction. And just the first initial moment when you became aware of this opportunity, it just made you feel so good. It made you feel so excited. But then it was like an immediate downer, like, oh no, I've got this problem. I can't do it because of this problem. Well, this means that this problem has to go. It's affecting you in a bad way, and it's putting you in this position, in this state where you can't do what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? So this is why you just kind of, this is all going to contribute towards you actually doing something about it. So that's the bottom line. You are going to do what you want to do. You are going to, this is the bottom line, that you are going to realize that this problem, you know exactly what you need to do, and you are literally gonna go for it. This is absolutely brilliant, because you know, by the time you get to the 23rd, by the time you get to the 23rd of November, by then you are going to become aware of such a beautiful and creative opportunity that otherwise you wouldn't have. And this is the direct result of all this. So I hope that I'm not too confusing. The bottom line is that you are going to do something about it. You are going to make a certain move. You are going to make a certain edit. So by the time you get to the 23rd, for example, of November, already by then you are going to have a very much so a really creative opportunity. And that creative opportunity that you are going to have, it's pretty much so to do with that particular opportunity that you became aware of on the 12th of November. So the bottom line is that on the 23rd of November, it is going to be like the return of the opportunity that you had on the 12th of November, but it's going to come in a form of like a happy surprise, and it's going to come in a form of a very kind of like creative opportunity indeed. This is how this is going to happen. This is how this is going to manifest. So this is going to be absolutely brilliant for you indeed, my gorgeous Cancerini. And this is all to do a lot with the number 22 when it comes to the actual numerology. Number 22, it also means that you know you are going to reconnect with yourself so beautifully, and there is going to be a really amazing experience which you are going to have on the 11th of November. On the 11th of November, it's like, oh my goodness, you know, this beautiful, gorgeous experience that you are going to have. It's really going to bring the best out in you. But this gorgeous experience that you are going to have, it's also going to make you tap into something that you've never tapped into before. It's going to make you to tap into like a really beautiful dimension. So you're going to try something for the first time in your life. And what are you going to try? It's also going to really make you realize exactly what do you want to do, how do you want to live your life, but most importantly, it's going to make you aware of like what is missing in your life, my gorgeous Cancerini. this is going to be a really sorry, this is going to be a really great month in general. And you know, I can tell you that you are going to meet somebody absolutely out of this world. You're going to come across somebody so incredible, so amazing, somebody who is going to inspire you so nicely. And I think that, you know, person like this appears in our lives like maybe once or twice in the whole of our lifetime. And I'm not talking about a partner, I'm not talking about Mr. Lover, not necessarily, my gorgeous Cancerini. I'm just talking about somebody who you are gonna feel a very strong connection with, but on more like on a spiritual level. And you're gonna be thinking like, where have you been my whole life? This particular person is really kind of bringing so much mystery into your life in the best possible way, because you are gonna discover things about yourself through that person that you never knew. But you're also going to kind of have a new zest for life when it comes to that person. It's a lot to do with who they are. It's a lot to do with their lifestyle. It's a lot to do with their spirituality. It's a lot to do with how you're gonna feel around that person. But it's also a lot to do with something really specific that you both share in the past. Something like kind of very sensitive, something very emotional that you've been through like a very long time ago when you were a child. You see, you've been through something very difficult, and you've been through something very emotional, and you've been through something that lots of people can't understand completely. Do you see what I mean? Only like the best people and the most important people in your life know this, and they're aware of this. So why am I trying to say that you are sharing some kind of a experience like that, for example, and this is really kind of gonna bring you together. You are really going to enjoy this person so much, but most importantly, that person is bringing like a really beautiful energy into your life, like it's bringing like mysterious things into your life, you know. And it's also at the same time that particular person who you're gonna meet by the end of this month, it's also at the same time going to like really give you and tell you some kind of a secret. And the secret that they will tell you, it's like gonna be really weird and really strange. And you know what's gonna be bizarre about that secret? That they can't explain. That particular person cannot explain themselves exactly why, whether this secret is like 1,000,000% truth or it's not. But you feel like it's true. So you know, do you know what I mean? It's like one of those things that, you know, it's so difficult to believe. Something really crazy, something happening on a larger scale, for example, something happening like within the world, but nothing to do with your life in general, you see. And something that, you know, it's going to be ridiculous to kind of believe to start with. But then again, it's one of those things that, you know, you don't know if it's true 1,000%, but you will be able to take so many different aspects of your own realization, what you've been through and what you realize over the last few years, and you will see it's all going to kind of start making sense, and almost as if like maybe it's to do with something that if you would be talking about these things to other people, maybe lots of other people wouldn't understand you and they would laugh at you. Oh, you're crazy, what are you talking about, type of things, you know. So this is to do with something really specific, my gorgeous Cancerini, and this is going to mean to you like so much indeed. Okay. Sorry. And also, my gorgeous Cancerini, for example, when it comes to your health and when it comes to nutrition, I really need you to strongly carry on taking care of your sensitive bones, because I'm keep on seeing really sensitive bones when it comes to you, and I'm also keep on seeing like a slightly lower immune system. So what do you need to do? Like for sensitive bones, it would be like a combination of a calcium, for example, magnesium, for example, and vitamin D3. Calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D3, it's something that you should most certainly be taking when it comes to your sensitive bones. But if you go for these supplements, you just need to understand to make sure that they're natural, without any chemicals and without any unnecessary ingredients, alongside cod liver oil, fish oil, or if you're like, for example, vegetarian, you know, then it would be like or like a vegan, it would be like a flaxseed oil. A flaxseed oil, it's like a plant version of cod liver oil, or like a fish oil, for example, because it provides you with omega-3 essential fatty acids, which are really much, pretty much so needed, and very much so important, you know, to have. These are extremely important. This is extremely important to have when it comes to our body, you know. But our body does not produce this by itself, so this is why you need this. And it's also going to be superb when it comes to boosting your immune system, and it's also going to be excellent when it comes to your sensitive bones, because it is indeed going to keep your joints moist. So it's either a fish oil, either cod liver oil. The difference in between fish oil and cod liver oil is that the fish oil, cod liver oil, naturally comes with vitamin A and D, which you don't necessarily have in fish oil, for example. So this would be the difference, you see, one of the differences, one of the major differences. So it's either fish oil, either cod liver oil, either flaxseed oil with a calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D3. And also when it comes to like a boosting immune system, I know it's quite a lot. I'm sorry, you don't need to take this. It's entirely up to you. But when it comes to boosting your immune system, I would highly suggest you to get like something like a natural vitamin C, which you're gonna get in like a camu camu. Organic camu camu would be my favorite source of a natural vitamin C, one of my favorite sources. So it wouldn't be like a ascorbic acid whatsoever, because it is not natural. So it's something like organic camu camu, which is going to provide you with a natural vitamin C in combination with organic echinacea. Organic echinacea, it's a herb, like a very powerful herb, one of the most powerful herbs that is fantastic for flu, cold, or any type of like infections like this, okay? But when it comes to echinacea, I highly recommend you to get it in a liquid form rather than a capsule form, because it's going to be more powerful like this, and it's going to be absorbed by the body much quicker, much sooner. And when it comes to organic echinacea, you also need to understand that if you are like a base, you can't take this all the time. So you take it for like about 7, 8, 9 weeks, 8, 9 weeks, for example, and then you have a little break, and then you take it again for a while, and then you take a little break, and then you have a slightly longer break, for example. I would highly suggest you to take echinacea at the time when you would like to boost your immune system. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant, or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Cancerini, or not. So now I'm going on the very first day in November. Okay, so now I'm gonna start with the very first day of November. Now this is very powerful. What am I going to say? The very first day, it's gonna be the actual the 1st of November. The 1st of November. Pay attention, it's important, because we've got number 1. It's a lot to do with numerology. So the number 1 is very important here. So November is 11, and there is number 1 here. So I'm trying to make you aware of the fact how significant this day is going to be. Why? Because on the very 1st of November, you are going to have this idea. You are going to be looking at something, you are going to be watching something, and it's nothing to do with what you're going to be looking at, it's nothing to do with what you're going to be watching, but you are somehow that is going to contribute towards you having this idea. And this idea, it's like so important for you to understand that it's something that, you know, it's not only about the idea, but because of the energy and vibration and happening on this particular day, that particular idea, you just need to be open-minded about. You need to be open-minded about, because if you're open-minded about that idea, the seed, it's already going to be planted. So do not find this ridiculous. Do not find this crazy. This idea, I mean, it's going to have elements of you thinking, oh, there is no way I can do this. There is no way that I will be able to achieve this. No, baby, no. You need to elevate yourself. You need to elevate yourself almost immediately. You are literally healing and you are moving on to the next level of your spiritual journey. You do not want to slow yourself down by questioning yourself, by thinking negative, by downing yourself. So when it comes to that idea, this is something, my gorgeous Cancerini, that most certainly you need to take very seriously. Why? Because just by you having that idea, the seed is already planted. Be smart, be clever, okay? Because you are very powerful at this stage of your life, more powerful than you can possibly imagine, and it's all here. So that particular idea, it's gonna already start the process of manifestation within just 1 year. Within just 1 year. Don't attack me, don't scream at me like, oh my god, let me hide myself, you know. And I'm joking. Within 1 year, you are going to already, this is already gonna manifest like a big mama. This is already gonna manifest like, oh my god. And also at the same time, it's gonna bring abundance into your life, you know. This is brilliant, and also it's a lot to do with you starting a new venture, which is gonna bring some kind of prosperity into your life. So do not ignore this idea whatsoever. Just be optimistic, you know. Just be optimistic, my gorgeous Cancerini. Just take this as a challenge. You can go into the frame of mind whichever you want, as long as it's within the positive terms. When it comes to your own reflection on that particular idea that you are going to have, so important, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed, okay? By the time you get to the 3rd of November, you are gonna realize that somebody is like, oh my god, somebody kind of very close to you, it's gonna be going through something very difficult and very stressful, and you're gonna realize that that particular person is going to need your help. You know, you need to understand, like, please, like, kind of do not hold anything back when you become aware of when you become aware of who this is, because again, it's to do with something that you really know how to answer to. You have no idea how much you're actually going to help to this person. This in itself is a really kind of, this is to do with somebody really prominent in your life, somebody who means to you so much. But at the same time, you know, when it comes to December, yes, I said December, I know this is November, you help out this person just by being completely honest. You must not hold anything back. Do not hold anything back whatsoever. And by the time you get to the actual 20th of December, on 20th of December, 20 December, yes, I said December, the next month, December, by the time you get to the 20th of December, you are going to have such a gorgeous blessing entering your life, just because you help this person so much. Almost as if like you're the only person who can understand what this person is talking about, what this person is saying, and you're the only person who can actually do something about it. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say like this is somebody who you really don't care about. I think that this is somebody who you feel who you have a very strong connection with, indeed, okay? The next important date, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's going to be on the 7th of November. On the 7th of November, it's like, ooh la la, this is important, because you are gonna have a little bit of an adventure here. When it comes to the 7th of November, you are gonna feel a very daring. You're gonna be like in a naughty mood, but in a good naughty mood, because naughty mood is really good, you know. This is a very good sign that, you know, something really amazing, really great is just around the corner when we are in a naughty mood. So we need to kind of transfer ourselves from one dimension into another in order to kind of benefit from that vibration, to see where this is actually going to take us. This is why yet again you need to be really open-minded. So you're gonna do something really extraordinary, something really out of character, or something that you wouldn't normally do, but it's gonna be at the time when you feel like a little bit naughty. Can you hear it? Keep on hearing it like all the time. Police is letting you know, yeah, hurry up, Cancerini. Yeah, so this possibility, this basically, so this is what you need to remember. On the 7th of November, you're gonna feel really naughty, and you are gonna really, something is going to happen. You're gonna do something, but it's gonna be really great, almost as if you're gonna have like a little adventure because of that. And there is gonna be this interesting possibility that you're gonna become aware of, and it's gonna happen in such a spontaneous way. This is something which is gonna kind of give you pleasure, like almost instantly you're gonna feel a pleasure, you know. But then at the same time, you need to understand that when it comes to that possibility, you need to give right now as much as you can. The more you give, the more you're gonna get back, you know. You need to give in order to receive, but the more you give, you're gonna get back as well. That this is gonna make you feel extremely determined. You know why? Because only later on, at around the 9th and 10th of November, a few days later, at around the 9th and the 10th, sorry, only at around the 9th and the 10th of November, you are gonna you're gonna become even more determined, because you're gonna realize that this has been a part of your vision. This is part of your vision, or this is like kind of going to become a part of your vision. This is the bottom line. This is going to become your part of your vision, you know, so much. It's to do with something that was also like kind of missing in your life all your life, but you didn't realize until you had a taste of it, for example. So this is what's going to happen. You're going to become very determined, and you will know that this is a lot to do with like a long time view, you know, and it's a lot to do with like kind of like a hard work, but then again, it's going to bring sustainable results into your life indeed. The next important date, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's going to be in between the 6th. I'm going to have so many dates. I'm going to be like on top of the ceilings when this reading comes to an end. No, so many dates, honestly. Busy months for you, you know. The best things in life always happen when we least expect them, and this is what I have like a genuine feeling about the whole month here. So the 16th and the 17th of November, it's like, ooh la la, baby. This is a lot to do with an unexpected and really good news. This unexpected and good news, you know, this is really gonna make you feel extremely happy, because also on another hand, it's about overcoming certain problem, but or it's more about you having a self-control here, a great self-control, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to pretty much so, you know, this unexpected good news, basically this is a lot to do with, you know, the results of your efforts. There you go. This is what I was going to say. This unexpected good news that you are going to have on the 16th and the 17th of November, it's a lot to do with, you know, what you were working on, what you were trying to achieve, because it's to do with the results of efforts, you know, your own efforts, you know. And this is like, you're going to find this extremely beneficial, and you're going to find this extremely rewarding, you know, because at the same time, you know, this is going to empower you so much, and it couldn't have happened at a better time. This is going to empower you so much. When it comes to the 16th and the 17th of November, this is also going to be the time when you're going to realize that you need to kind of bring more nutrition, you know, into your life, you know, to pay attention to good nutrition. Okay, so carry on with this. This 16th and the 17th, you are going to feel extremely empowered, and you are going to find yourself on this conquest, you know, on this spiritual quest. You're going to find yourself on this spiritual quest here, and that in itself is bringing new happiness into your life, my gorgeous Cancerini. This is absolutely brilliant, you know, almost like, you know, on one hand, you're going to reconnect with yourself, but this is also going to start the process of change, evolution, and a really good fortune when it comes to your life. The bottom line is, you are going to feel really optimistic, and you are going to start feeling really happy indeed. It's a lot to do with new conditions, especially when it comes to your growth. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, the next important date is going to be on the 21st of November. On the 21st of November, you are gonna kind of come across someone really annoying. You're gonna come across someone really kind of, oh, for goodness sake, like someone really kind of like very immature. You're gonna find yourself around someone extremely immature, but somebody very stubborn as well, you know. And then you are gonna have a conversation with this person, and you know, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna be talking about something really specific. You're gonna try to prove your point to that particular person, but then again, it's not so much about wasting your energy with the people that you shouldn't waste your energy with whatsoever, because they don't mean anything to you, but it's more about what it's actually going to come out of it. This in itself, you coming across someone really immature and extremely stubborn, extremely annoying, you know, you're gonna try to prove your point, and then you're gonna realize there is absolutely no point. And you know what, this is gonna mark the end of the stage, and you're gonna realize exactly that this is actually gonna be quite beneficial for you, because you will know which plans to abandon. You will know which plan to see you later darling, get rid of. You will know which plans to get kind of walk away from. And this is so important for you to understand, because it's about, you know, your own, this is going to lead towards your own self-discovery. This is going to put you on the path where you are going to be searching for the specific truth, and it's going to bring a powerful moment of balance, you know, because it is going to actually lead towards your own security and freedom. So this is why this is so important, you know, when it comes to that particular person, because it's just gonna really have such an impact on your life, where you're just gonna slowly but surely kind of drift away from something that drains your energy unnecessarily, and you are just going to kind of like a really basically gonna go towards the path that's meant to be for you. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Cancerini, would be this absolutely stunning Larry kit. You see, look at how beautiful it is, and I don't know if you can see that gorgeous tinge of bluish color. Look at that. Look at this baby. You can imagine how gorgeous this actually looks in the sun or under any light, really. Very powerful. And Larikit actually has got calming, stabilizing effect on the mind and emotions, and it reduces stress, anxiety, negativity, and the negative thought pattern, you know. So this is why this is so important. It kind of makes you feel much happier. It brings a really beautiful balance into your life, but it is ever so important when it comes to breaking like a negative thought pattern. So it's against like anxiety, negativity, sadness, depression, you know. It's very, very important when it comes to our emotions, because you know, when we feel persistently under the stress and we persistently feel anxious, it does drain a lot of energy from us indeed. So this is this gorgeous Larry kit. Okay, and the link to buy this is again going to be either in the description below, or you can see like on top here in the corner. You can click and then you can see it, I think so. But if you don't find it in the corner on top, I'm terrible, then it's definitely gonna be within the description, you know. So either way, really. So this is something that I highly recommend you. This also comes with a gorgeous sterling silver chain. The next important date, it's gonna be on the 30th of November, 30. The next important date is gonna be on the 30th of November. You know, you are gonna feel like, oh my god, a little bit negative. You are gonna feel a little bit down. You are gonna feel a little bit discouraged. You know, you are gonna feel maybe just like a little bit disconnected. You know, you're gonna have some kind of negative thoughts, you know, because you're gonna have a negative thoughts because of your own self-imposed restrictions. So it's like you need to kind of snap out of it. You need to move forward right now. The only way forward when it comes to you feeling like this is for you to kind of turn towards spiritual things. When it comes to you feeling so bad and negative, don't down yourself. Don't like kind of go deeper and deeper. But sometimes we do need a bit of a shadow work. Of course, it's normal. in every good is a bad, in every bad is a good. And it's the same to do with our soul. It's the same to do with our spirit. So it's okay to feel down and negative sometimes, because the more we drift, deeper we drift, the more we bring certain problems that are causing this to the surface. So that's okay, but it's not okay to kind of be down or be negative for too long, because that means then that this is affecting your balance, which to you, this is how the 30th of November is going to start, where you're going to feel like a little bit down and a little bit negative. But then at the same time, my gorgeous Cancerini, you are going to realize that, suddenly also what is going to happen here is that you're going to start thinking about spiritual things. And suddenly amongst all this, like kind of, oh, I feel sad and negative, suddenly this is going to start changing into you thinking about spirituality and what you're going to do next in spiritual terms, and what kind of makes your spirit feel good, what makes your soul feel good. And you are going to think about something that you didn't do in absolute ages on one hand when it comes to spirituality, but you're also going to think about trying something for the first time as well. So these are the two paths that I need you to kind of go on almost immediately, because that's exactly in such a beautiful and organic way what you should be doing here. So you're going to move forward with that indeed. And then you're going to realize that there is some kind of disagreement that you had also on the 30 later on in the day. You're going to realize that there was some kind of conflict or disagreement that you had with somebody, and you really need to kind of do something about it as well, because you need to kind of see why is this keep on coming back. You're going to need to kind of pay attention to what do you need to about this conflict and disagreement that you've had like within the last about 5 months. And now you need to understand that you are the only one who can do something about it, not that person that you had a disagreement with, for example, within the last 5 months, but you're the only one who can actually do something about it indeed, not that person. So there is a very strong sign and indication that you need to be a leader here of your life, because otherwise you are going to feel hopeless, when it comes to things that kind of like leave some kind of trauma on us. Sometimes, if they're left unresolved, then we feel hopeless, when it comes to specific aspects in our lives that we need to work on, just because there was some kind of karma left unresolved in the past. So this is important, because it's going to be affecting you emotionally, and you're going to feel hopeless with things in the future that you shouldn't feel hopeless only because something was left unresolved in the past. So this is the sign that you do need to kind of be the leader of your own life indeed. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship. I mean, November is gonna be remarkable, oh my goodness, because pay attention to the 11th of November and pay attention to the 21st of November. Okay, 11th of November and the 21st of November. These both days are gonna be completely different, but these both days are bringing you two completely different opportunities, that both of these opportunities you need to take on. Both of these opportunities are going to be so important, because they are to do with something new, starting something new, doing something new, but then again it's also at the same time connected to some kind of old plan, okay, of both of you. Okay, so you need to take this opportunity, you need to kind of really take this on, because this opportunities are not only going to bring a great abundance into both of your lives, but it's at the same time these opportunities are going to be both beneficial for your finances, financial situation and financial security, but also at the same time they're going to be as beneficial when it comes to you connecting with one another. These opportunities are really going to bring you together as well. So beautiful and so important. And for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Cancerini, or what I can say to you is that, you know, basically you are going to have absolutely great time when it comes to the month of November. It is not about meeting the person of your life. No, baby, no, but it's about you having fun, you enjoying yourself. You know, you're gonna have so much time when it comes to so much fun when it comes to November, my gorgeous Cancerini. You're gonna feel like you want to have fun, and you are going to have lots of fun. Do not bring yourself down, because you're gonna be shining really brightly. You're gonna be attracting all sorts of people into your life, and you are not gonna believe what kind of people are gonna kind of notice you. For example, it is not about Mr. Lover. Maybe it's going to be, but it's more about you enjoying yourself, and you realizing how amazing you are. You realizing your powerful energy. You realizing how good you look. You're gonna experience things like by being noticed by other people that you haven't experienced in a long time, and you're gonna be enjoying yourself. You're gonna have so much fun by being noticed, by having so much kind of like attention. And sometimes this is exactly what we need, because by the end of this month, there is, through all that attention, you're gonna feel, you know, you're gonna realize something about yourself. Only by the end of November, you're gonna realize how ready you are for some kind of like a new relationship, for example. But you need to go through this wonderful experience. You're gonna realize how gorgeous you are, and you're gonna absolutely love it. I mean, what can be bad about that? Like literally nothing. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Oops, Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.